Hey, Amber.
Hi.
Guess what?
What?
It's been like 2 years since we've been doing like this Kidsy Puppets thing.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my gosh!
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. 2 years. This is crazy. I feel like we've been doing it for a lot longer than that.
Yep.
So what are we going to do for this year's anniversary video?
Well, I wanted to bring out a very special friend of mine, okay?
Okay. What is that? Look at him.
Know.
I have a guess of what he could be.
Really?
Yes. Actually, I know what it is because
We playing this kind of
we
stuff.
already know what this is.
Yeah.
But this is just like to play around with y'all. So.
Celebration of these 2 years of Kidsy Puppeteering Productions, hashtag. I wanted to kind of give you a rundown and an historic background of how I created all these characters. Or mostly, I created and redeveloped over these 2 years. And actually, quite be honest, about 4 years in some cases.
I'll just say it has been a long
It's been a long time, yeah.
Hold on. So if you haven't already guessed, that's Tony.
This is the original Tony. A long story when it comes to Tony. Mainly in his design and his name. This one, his name was Terry the Trash Cat, which is a bit savage, if I think about it now. So he got a name change, maybe about 2 years into messing around with this one, I decided to change the name to Tony. Yeah, but he's been around since 2017. And he's a whatnot puppet from Listen and Doug.
Yeah, look, he still has his little tag. Listen, Doug
Not
tag.
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Yep, that was from the 2017 Terry / Tony. And then when I finally decided to actually rebuild a better version of Tony, was in 2020 on my birthday. Actually, we went to Joann's and I got some material and I remade a Tony. Now I don't have the Tony here today, nor was that the one that you saw on the channel a lot, but I was pretty happy with it. And so then comes around 2021 where I decided to rebuild him, and that is the one that you guys see on the channel from the first ever video to about 8 months ago.
Tony's been through like 3 or 4 rebuilds already.
But you guys only saw 2 or 1. You saw 2 versions on the channel. Also, I'm also just going to show random sketches I had of them from years and years of just messing around and sketching. So this one was a very rough idea of what I would have wanted the Terry the Trash Cat and Friends show to be like. And as you can see, it's unrecognizable to anything that we have done on YouTube.
Wow.
But and as you can see right here, that little cat right there, that was the very first and the only sketch of any type of Chloe that I have.
Yeah, she's gray though.
She's gray.
She's a gray cat with a blue dress.
And she has, I think she
purple
has,
eyes.
she has flowers.
Yeah, flowers.
So that stayed.
The flowers.
Stayed with her. This is Greg the Gorilla. And that's a perfect transition into the next character, right?
I bet. The next character we're going to talk about is Greg.
Greg the Magician.
In Training Extraordinaire.
So back in, I'd say about 2020, I got some orange fleece.
Wow, an orange peanut.
And now, this time I was like very involved in puppet building and I wanted to get better and better and better. So this was like the first ever type of fleece material I ever got.
You wanted to do a live hand puppet. So this is going to be your
It's
first
my
live
first
hand.
Professional. Yeah, it's so funny. Professional puppet. The designs pretty much stayed exactly the same.
Yeah, Greg has gone through two rebuilds.
Unlike Tony, who has like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's the favorite. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, well, February, March. No, but April, May.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So yeah, and the whole magician idea for Greg did not come until I thought about making him a sidekick. Bucky, if you're watching this, sorry about this, man. The original design for you was supposed to be a girl and you're supposed to be Ruby, okay? So that's just how it goes.
Don't worry about that. Anyway,
and she was going to be Greg the Magician's assistant.
Assistant, yes.
See how things just develop?
They just develop.
So if you're thinking about doing something and then you're like, I'm not really sure about this right now.
Yeah.
Just let it become what it needs. It's gonna find its place. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I decided to make him a male. There's the first sketch. Not the first, maybe, but like, you know, the kind of design I was going for. That's Greg.
Yeah, look at him.
And
oh,
Bucky.
there's Greg.
See how
Bucky.
happy Bucky looked?
Yeah, look at him.
He never got rebuilt until recently. You guys are going to see that sooner or later.
I believe Bucky is going to have a little bit of a makeover.
Oh,
coming
really?
up.
Hmm.
Yes, well, he said he's getting older, so he's gonna
Yeah.
kind of change things up a little bit. I don't know.
So you can see.
The next character we're gonna talk about is Chloe.
Chloe. So Chloe started off around the same time as Tony.
She was the little gray cat.
She was the little gray cat in the picture.
Yeah.
That I drew. I didn't really want to build her because I didn't know how to build puppets in that time. I kind of just said, okay, you know what? I'll try it. So in around like March and April, that kind of area, like most of my puppets, I decided to start building Chloe. But the designs, I always had the same design in my head for as long as she's been in my brain. So yeah, what you see on camera is what I imagined for her. So it's not like it changed too much.
And you've made two of her.
Yes,
Yeah,
just
that
recently.
first one, and recently we made her. And she's more saturated. Her hair is more voluminous, and she just got a new dress, so she's excited about it. So hopefully y'all gonna see that soon.
Okay, now for the youngest one out of the entire group of the Kid 6 gang, Chet was made in around 2021. A lot of these puppets and characters were made in the year of 2021.
That's okay.
During some, I don't have any real sketches for him necessarily because I made him in like 5 minutes. I got a coat from a thrift store and then I just cut the sleeve off. I made a mouse plate out of cardboard. I put it in there, put some eyes on it, and that was it. And the puppet that I made in 2021 is the exact same that we have today.
Yep.
He's lasted that long.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's never really had that much history before. It just straight up, he just got made in 2021, that's it.
He's just such a strong character. He doesn't need an origin. He just, poof, there he is. Comment down below, who is your favorite character?
Yes.
Of ours so far.
Yes. Okay, now.
Next we have.
Would you want to guess?
It's probably Grandpa and Grandma's Mac.
Yeah, you're right, whatever. So Grandma and Grandpa Smack. Well, Grandpa Smack came first, and I made him. There he is. That's the first sketch. He has not changed whatsoever. It's exactly how I wanted him to be.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how I built him. I made him in around April, like most of them. But it wasn't until 2022 to where I decided to make Grandma Smack.
And we don't have the puppets that we use. They're the only puppets we have. Like
Yeah.
we don't have separate. We don't have like two Tonys for like live shows and video shows or this or that and the other. Which is just the same one.
Yeah. All right. So next up is another couple, another pair. It's Dude and Dudette. And they came a little later compared to most of them. They weren't really designed as anything at all. We designed them for one of our live shows. We didn't, design them for YouTube. So Amber said that, make two little hand puppets and call them Dude and Dudette, and we'll have two little fun extra characters. You can see their first appearance ever in our live show that we recorded, a 15-minute live show.
They were just meant to bring just extra comic relief, kind of. Just something extra quirky, fun, weird, whatever. And their names, it was just like, I remember we were trying to figure out like what we were going to call them or whatever. And I was like, hey, can we call them Dude and Dudette?
And I thought it was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sure, let's do that. So the name stuck. Yeah, so they were really quick, just put together. I think the day before we had to go travel to do our live show. But can't say the same thing about the most recent addition to the Kid 6 gang.
She came right out of the blue sky. Beginning of this year.
Beginning of 2023, we had a design idea that, hey, let's add another character into it. A lot of back and forth. We were thinking about making her a blue jay at one point.
Yeah.
Or a Muppet type character like Greg.
Yeah.
To make 2.
Another reason why we chose her to be a squirrel is because that's something you would see like
in a neighborhood. Yeah, but also that gave us an excuse to make her into a flying squirrel, which then we can incorporate into her character as being crazy and you know. So yeah, Jack is a great addition to the Kid 6 gang.
Yep. So so we have Tony, Chloe, Greg, Bucky, Chet, and Jackie.
Yep.
6.
Yep.
So it works out.
What's
that?
What?
Clean. That paper you have in your hand?
Oh, this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just holding up the concept of what the original idea of Kids Equipment would have been.
The logo?
The logo, yeah.
Cool Pop Puppets.
Yeah.
This was when we were trying to figure out the name, what we eventually ended up going with Kids Equipment. One of the ideas that we did have was Cool Pop Puppets. And reason for that being is when we were kids, well, even today, we call popsicles, we call them Cool Pops.
Yes.
That's what we called them.
Not freeze pops, not popsicles, Cool Pops.
Cool Pops. So that was kind of homage to our childhood or whatever. But yeah, but you can see Andre did Tony and Greg and Tiandre, which we don't use him in our videos, but you can see him. Actually, recently we used him at Vacation Bible School.
Yeah.
So we did some posts with him. So yeah, that's an interesting little fun fact, true story.
Yeah. Thank you guys for 2 years. All the support, whatever like that. It was really fun to open the books up and find old designs and concepts of characters and logos.
Yeah, kind of like a scrapbook.
Yeah.
Again, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. So until next time, I'm Amber.
Yeah, I'm Andre.
Have a fantastic day.
That was nice.
Yeah.